Shukrana Guruji for blessing us with this divine seva of reading as well as listening to the Shivpuran. Last week we read chapter 29 and 30 of Rudra Samhita section 5. In this we read the story of the demon Shankachur, who was the son of demon Damba, how he performed a great penance to appease Brahma in the city of Pushkara, and how after finally Lord was pleased and he granted him his desired wish of being invincible to all gods, and he also provided him with a divine amulet which was called Sri Krishna, which was the most auspicious thing in the universe that granted victory everywhere. After tying this amulet on his neck, he, at the bidding of Brahma, went to Badrika Ashram, where he married Tulsi, who was the daughter of Dharmdwaja. After marrying Tulsi, he came back to his father's home, and once he settled, all the demons and asuras, they were delighted, they rejoiced, and they came from all the places along with their preceptor Shukra. Now Shukra then narrated the tales of the demons and the gods and how there was natural enmity between the gods and the demons. And after the consensus with all the asuras, Shankachura was made the emperor of all the asuras. After Shankachura was made the emperor, he wanted to conquer the city of Indra, and therefore he took a vast army of demons and asuras with him to the city. Hearing that the asuras are coming, the gods prepared, and then there was a tumultuous battle between the gods and the asuras. Because of the power of the gods, the asuras fled, but seeing them flee, Shankachura roared like a lion and fought all the gods. When he fought all the gods could not bear his dazzling brilliance, and they fled and they took shelter in the caves of the mountain. He conquered the city of Indra and he became the emperor of the three worlds. After he became the emperor, he was such a brilliant emperor that all living beings thrived under his rule, except for just gods, who were miserable because of their enmity and jealousy to the demon Shankachur. So because they were miserable, they went to Brahma and narrated their plight. Now Brahma took them to Vaikuntha, that is the home of Vishnu, and narrated the plight of the gods, and Vishnu laughed and told them the story of Shankachur and his previous birth. He said that Shankachura was Sudama in his previous lifetime, and he was a great friend of Lord Krishna. When very close to Shiva Loka, there is another lok which is called Goloka, and in that lok, Lord Vishnu is in form of Lord Krishna at the bidding of Lord Shiva, and he stays there with his wife Radha. And Sudama, who was a friend of Krishna, was fascinated with Radha, and Radha cursed Sudama to become a demon in this lifetime. He also told that Krishna ordained the death of Shankachur in this lifetime by the trident of Lord Shiva, and that after he casted off his body, he would again become a friend of Lord Krishna. So Vishnu advised them that they should go to Shivaloka and seek help from Lord Shiva. So all the gods, including Vishnu and Brahma, they all went to Shivaloka, and they bowed in front of the Lord with their palms joined in reverence. They explained their plight to the Lord Almighty and requested him to help them. Today we will read chapter 31, which is Shiva's advice, and chapter 32, the emissary is sent. The English reading will be done by Medha Auntie. We also have Hindi reading. We'll be reading chapter 29 and 30 in Hindi, is a brief synopsis of those chapters, and Ajay Garg uncle will be reading in Hindi. Jai Guruji, enjoy the readings. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, everyone. Thank you for the Seva, Guruji. Chapter 31, Shiva's Advice. Santa Kumara said, on hearing these words of the distressed Vishnu and Brahma, Shiva laughingly spoke in the rumbling tone of the cloud. Shiva said, O dear Vishnu, O Brahma, cast off your fear from all sides. Certainly something good will result from the activities of Shankachura. I know all the details of his activities factually, as well as those of Sudama, the cowherd devotee of Krishna. At my bidding, Vishnu has assumed the form of Krishna and is stationed in the cowshed in the beautiful Goloka presided over by me. Considering himself independent, under a delusion he indulged in many kinds of sportive dalliance, like a deluded, licentious person. On seeing his excessive delusion, as a result of my deceptive art, I suppressed their virtuous intellect and made them suffer curse. Having thus performed my sport, I suppressed the illusion. Regaining knowledge, they got rid of delusion and became well-intentioned. They came near me in a piteous plight. After bowing to me, they eulogized me devoutly and humbly with palms joined in reverence. Overwhelmed by shame, they told me all the details. Dejected, they lamented before me, saying the words, "Save us, oh save us." Then I, becoming delighted, told them these words, "Krishna, you forget your fear at my behest. I am the protector, always infused with love. Good will befall you. All this has happened at my will. There is no doubt in it. Go to your abode along with Radha and your comrade. He will become a Danava here in Bharat, certainly. At the proper time, I shall redeem you from the curse." What I thus told Sri Krishna and Radha accepted readily. Sri Krishna, the intelligent, rejoiced and returned to his abode. There they engaged themselves in propitiating me and bidding their time. Realizing that everything is subject to my control and his will is not independent, Sudama became the lord of the Danavas as a result of the curse of Radha. The virtuous demon, Shankachura, distresses and harasses the gods always with his might. He is evil-minded to this extent. He has been deluded by my deception, and hence he seeks the help of evil ministers. But myself, being the chastiser of the wicked, you can get rid of his fear quickly. Santa Kumara said, "O sage, by the time Shiva completed this expatiation in front of Vishnu and Brahma, another event happened there. Listen to it. In the meantime, Krishna came there along with Radha and his attendant cowherds in order to propitiate Lord Shiva. Devoutly bowing to the Lord, meeting Vishnu with respect and honored by Brahma with love, he stood there awaiting Shiva's behest. Then he bowed again to Shiva with palms joined in reverence. Realizing the principle of Shiva and getting rid of its delusion, Krishna eulogized Shiva. Lord Krishna said, "O Supreme God, Lord of gods, Supreme Brahman, and the goal of the good, forgive me my guilt. O Supreme God, be pleased. O Shiva, everything originates from you. O Supreme Lord, everything merges into you. O Lord of all, you are everything. O Supreme Lord, be pleased. You are the greatest splendor. You are the eternal being directly pervading everything. O Lord of Gauri, with you as a leader, we are well guided. Considering myself above all, I sported about under the delusion. I reaped the fruit thereof. He who went astray was cursed. O Lord, my leading comrade Sudama, the cowherd, is born as a Danava. O Lord of Parvati, uplift us. O Supreme Lord, be pleased. Please redeem us from the curse. Save us who have sought refuge in you." After saying this, Lord Krishna, accompanied by Radha, stopped. Shiva was delighted thereat, Shiva who is favorably disposed to those who seek refuge in him. Lord Shiva said, "O Krishna, O Lord of cowherdesses, leave off your fear. Be happy. O dear, all this has been brought about by me with blessing in disguise. Good will befall you. Go back to your excellent abode. You shall be cautious and guarded in your position of authority. Sport about as you please after realizing me, the greater than the greatest. Accompanied by Radha and your comrades, carry out your task unexasperated and unfluttered. In the excellent Varaha Kalpa, you shall undergo the effect of the curse along with the young damsel Radha and then attain your region. O Krishna, your comrade, the most beloved Sudama, is born of a Danava now, and he harasses the universe. He has become a Danava, an enemy of the gods, named Shankachura, as a result of the power of Radha's curse. He hates and belongs to the party of the Daityas. Divested of their powers, ousted and harassed by him forever, the demoralized gods, including Indra, have fled to 10 directions. It is for their sake that Brahma and Vishnu have come here and sought refuge in me. There is no doubt in this that I will relieve them of their distress." Santa Kumara said, after saying this, he addressed Krishna again eagerly, after consoling Vishnu and Brahma with words that quelled their agony. Shiva said, "O Vishnu, O Brahma, lovingly listen to my words. O dear ones, go quickly for the pleasure of the gods. Be fearless. Go to Rudra, resident of Kailash, who is my excellent and perfect form. He has manifested himself for the task of the gods with a separate form and features. O Vishnu, it is for this purpose that the Lord, assuming my form fully and perfectly, stays on the mountain Kailash, favoring the devotees by being subservient to them. There is no difference in him from us both. He shall be served by you too, and all living beings, mobile and immobile, as well as the gods and others always. He who differentiates between us falls into hell. In this life too, he will attain stress and be devoid of sons and grandsons. Santakumara said, after bowing again and again to the Lord of Parvati, who had spoken thus, Krishna returned to his abode, accompanied by Radha. O Vyasa, Vishnu and Brahma became delighted and relieved of fear. After bowing again and again to Shiva, they hastened to Vaikuntha. Having come there and mentioning everything to the gods, Brahma and Vishnu went to Kailash, taking the gods with them. On seeing Lord Shiva there, the Lord and husband of Parvati, who had taken a body for protecting the distressed, the Lord of the gods, possessed of attributes, they eulogized him, as before, with devotion and choking words. They joined their palms in reverence, humbly, and with drooping shoulders. The gods said, O great God, Lord of the gods, O Shiva, the Lord of Parvati, we seek refuge in you. Please save the terrified gods. Please slay Shankajura, the king of Asura, and the destroyer of the gods. The gods have been defeated and harassed by him. Like men, they are roaming on earth, divested of their powers. Their region, the Devalok, has become very dreary to look at due to fear. O uplifter of the distressed, O ocean of mercy, redeem the gods from this exigency. O great Lord, save Indra from fright by killing that ruler of Danavas. Santakumara said, on hearing the words of the gods, Shiva, favorably disposed to his devotees, spoke to them laughingly in the rumbling tone of the cloud. Lord Shiva said, O Vishnu, O Brahma, O gods, return to your own abodes by all means. I shall kill Shankachura along with his followers and attendants. There is no doubt about it. Santakumara said, on hearing the words of Lord Shiva, sweet as nectar, they were excessively delighted, considering the Danava already killed. After bowing to Lord Shiva, Vishnu went to Vaikuntha, and Brahma to Satyalok. The god and others went to their own abodes. Chapter 32, the emissary is sent. Santakumara said, then Lord Shiva, death to the wicked, goal of the good, decided in his mind to slay Shankachura according to the wishes of the gods. He made his friend the Lord of Gandharvas his messenger, and sent him in a wonderful chariot hurriedly to Shankachura joyously. At the bidding of Lord Shiva, the emissary went to the city of the Asura, which was superior to Indra's Amaravati and Kubera's palace. Reaching there, he saw the excellent abode of Shankachura in the middle. It shone with its 12 entrance doors with gatekeepers in each. Pushpadanta saw the main excellent entrance. Fearlessly he informed the gatekeeper. Passing beyond that door, he joyously went in. It was spacious, exquisitely fine, and richly decorated. Going in, he saw Shankachura, the ruler of Danavas, seated on a gem-set throne in the midst of heroic warriors. He was surrounded by leading Danavas and served by 3 crores of attendants and guarded by another 100 crores of well-armed soldiers moving to and fro. Seeing him, Pushpadanta was struck with wonder. He gave the message of war as conveyed by Shiva. Pushpadanta said, O great king, O Lord, I am the emissary of Shiva, named Pushpadanta. Please listen to what is mentioned by Shiva himself. I am telling you the same. Shiva said, now, give back their kingdom to the gods and their authority. If not, fight with me, the greatest of good warriors. The gods have sought refuge in me, the Lord of the gods, and the benefactor of the good. I, the infuriated, will certainly slay you. I am Shiva, the destroyer. I have granted protection to all the gods. I am the holder of the chastising rod for the wicked and favorably disposed to those who seek refuge in me. O Lord of Danavas, consider and let me know one of the 2 alternatives, specifically, whether you will return to the kingdom or fight. Pushpadanta said, O Lord of Danavas, what has been stated by Shiva has been conveyed to you. Shiva's words have never gone in vain. I wish to return to my Lord Shiva immediately. After going back, what shall I tell Shiva? You clearly let me know. Santakumara said, on hearing these words of Pushpadanta, who was the emissary of Lord Shiva, the king laughed, then spoke to him. Shankachura said, I will never return the kingdom to the god. The earth shall be enjoyed by heroic warriors. O Shiva, I shall fight with you who are a partisan of the gods. The hero who allows another to supersede him is a basis in the world. Hence, O Shiva, I certainly march towards you just now. I reached there in the morning in the course of my victorious campaign. O messenger, go and tell all this to Shiva. Santakumara said, "On hearing these words of Shankachuda, the emissary of Shiva laughed aloud and then spoke haughtily to the lord of the Asuras. Pushpadanta said, O great king, you cannot face the Ganas of Shiva. Then how can you face Lord Shiva himself? So return their positions of authority to the gods entirely. Move immediately to Patal if you wish to live. O excellent Danava, do not regard Shiva an ordinary deity. He is indeed the great soul, the Lord of all. Indra and other gods abide by his commands. The Siddhas, the patriarchs, the sages, and the serpent lords all follow suit. He is the overlord of Vishnu and Brahma. He is both possessed and devoid of attributes. By a mere twitch of his knitted eyebrow, everything is dissolved. Shiva is the perfect form of gods, the cause of the annihilation of the worlds, the goal of the good, the destroyer of the wicked. He is free from aberrations. He is greater than the greatest. He is the overlord of Brahma. He is Lord Shiva even into Vishnu. O excellent Danava, his behest should never be slighted. Of what avail is an unnecessary digression, O great king? Ponder deeply. Know him to be great Lord, the great Brahman, the knowledge-formed. Return their kingdoms to the gods, as well as their positions of authority. O dear, thus you will fare well. Otherwise terror will strike you. Santakumara said, On hearing this, the valorous king of the Danavas, deluded by his fate, spoke to the emissary of Shiva thus. Shankachura said, I shall neither give up kingdom nor the positions of authority without a fight with him. This is certain. I tell you the truth. The entire universe, whether mobile or immobile, is subject to the vagaries of time. Everything originates in time, and everything merges into time. Go and tell Shiva exactly what I have said to you. Let him do what is proper. Do not talk much. Santakumara said, O good sage, Pushpadanta, the emissary of Lord Shiva, when thus addressed by the Asura, returned to Lord Shiva and told him everything duly. That concludes chapters 31 and 32. Jai Guruji. Ajay Uncle will be reading in Hindi.
जय गुरु जी संगत जी, आज हम अध्याय 29 और 30 शिवपुराण का अध्ययन करेंगे, जिसमें बताया गया है शंखचूड़ का असुर राज्य पर अभिषेक और इसके द्वारा देवों का अधिकार छीना जाना, देवों का ब्रह्मा की शरण में जाना, ब्रह्मा का उन्हें साथ लेकर विष्णु के पास जाना, विष्णु द्वारा शंखचूड़ के जन्म का रहस्योद्घाटन और फिर सबका शिव के पास जाना और शिव सभा में उनकी झांकी करना तथा अपना अभिप्राय प्रकट करना। सनत कुमार जी कहते हैं, महर्षि, जब शंखचूड़ ने तप करके वर प्राप्त कर लिया और वह विवाहित होकर अपने घर लौट आया, तब दानवों और दैत्यों की बड़ी प्रसन्नता हुई। वे सभी असुर तुरंत ही अपने लोक से निकलकर अपने गुरु शुक्राचार्य को साथ ले दल बनाकर उसके निकट आए और विनय पूर्वक उसे प्रणाम करके अनेकों प्रकार से आदर प्रदर्शित करते हुए उसका सत्वन करने लगे। फिर उसे अपना तेजस्वी स्वामी मानकर अत्यंत प्रेम भाव से उसके पास ही खड़े हो गए। उधर दम कुमार शंखचूड़ ने भी अपने कुल गुरु शुक्राचार्य को आया हुआ देखकर बड़े आदर और भक्ति के साथ उन्हें साष्टांग प्रणाम किया। तदंतर गुरु शुक्राचार्य ने समस्त असुरों के साथ सलाह करके उनकी सम्मति से शंखचूड़ को दानवों तथा असुरों का अधिपति बना दिया। दंभपुत्र शंखचूड़ प्रतापी एवं वीर तो था ही, उस समय असुर राज्य पर अभिषिक्त होने के कारण वह असुर राज विशेष रूप से शोभा पाने लगा। तब उसने सहसा देवताओं पर आक्रमण करके वेग पूर्वक उनका संहार करना आरंभ किया। संपूर्ण देवता मिलकर भी उसके उत्कृष्ट तेज को सहन न कर सके, अतः वह समरभूमि से भाग चले और दीन होकर यत्र तत्र पर्वतों की खो में जा छिपे। उनकी स्वतंत्रता जाती रही। वे शंखचूड़ के वशवर्ती होने के कारण प्रभावहीन हो गए। इधर शूरवीर प्रतापी दम्भ कुमार दानवराज शंखचूड़ ने भी संपूर्ण लोगों को जीतकर देवताओं का सारा अधिकार छीन लिया। वह त्रिलोकी को अपने अधीन करके संपूर्ण लोक पर शासन करने लगा और स्वयं इंद्र बनकर सारे यज्ञ भोगों को भी हड़पने लगा तथा अपनी शक्ति से कुबेर, सोम, सूर्य, अग्नि, यम और वायु आदि के अधिकाधिक अधिकारों का भी पालन करने लगा। उस समय महान बल पराक्रम से संपन्न महावीर शंखचूड़ समस्त देवताओं, असुरों, दानवों, राक्षसों, गंधर्वों, नागों, किन्नरों, मनुष्यों तथा त्रिलोकी के अनन्य प्राणियों का एक छत्र सम्राट था। इस प्रकार महान राजेश्वर शंखचूड़ बहुत वर्षों तक संपूर्ण भवनों के राज्य का उपभोग करता रहा। उसके राज्य में न अकाल पड़ता था, न महामारी, न अशुभ ग्रहों का ही प्रकोप होता था। आदि व्याधियों में भी अपना प्रभाव नहीं डाल पाती थी। यूं सारी प्रजा सदा सुखी रहती थी। पृथ्वी बिना जोते ही अनेक प्रकार के धान्य उत्पन्न करती थी। नाना प्रकार की औषधियाँ उत्तम उत्तम फलों और रसों से युक्त थी। उत्तम उत्तम मणियों की खदानें थी। समुद्र अपने तटों पर निरंतर ढेर के ढेर रत्न बिखेरते रहते थे। वृक्षों में सदा पुष्प फल लगे रहते थे। सरिताओं में सुस्वाद नीर बहता था। देवताओं के अतिरिक्त सभी जीव सुखी थे। उनमें किसी प्रकार का विकार नहीं उत्पन्न होता था। चारों वर्णों और आश्रमों के सभी लोग अपने अपने धर्म स्थित रहते थे। इस प्रकार जब वह त्रिलोकी का शासन कर रहा था उस समय कोई भी दुखी नहीं था। केवल देवता भ्रातृद्रोहवश दुख उठा रहे थे। मुने महाबली शंखचूड़ गोलोक निवासी श्री कृष्ण का परम मित्र था। साधु स्वभाव वाला वह सदा श्री कृष्ण की भक्ति में निरत रहता था। पूर्व शापवश उसे दानव की योनि में जन्म लेना पड़ा था, परंतु दानव होने पर भी उसकी बुद्धि दानव किसी नहीं थी। प्रिय व्यास जी, तदंतर जो पराजित होकर राज्य से हाथ धो बैठे थे वे सभी सूरगण तथा ऋषि परस्पर मंत्रणा करके ब्रह्मा जी की सभा को चले। वहां पहुंचकर उन्होंने ब्रह्मा जी का दर्शन किया और उनके चरणों में अभिवादन करके विशेष रूप से उनकी स्तुति की। फिर आकुलता पूर्वक अपना सारा वृतांत उन्हें कह सुनाया। तब ब्रह्मा जी उन सभी देवताओं तथा मुनियों को ढाढ़स बंधाकर उन्हें साथ ले सत्पुरुषों को सुख प्रदान करने वाले वैकुंठ लोक को चल पड़े। वहां पहुंचकर देवगणों सहित ब्रह्मा ने रमापति का दर्शन किया। उनके मस्तक पर किरीट सुशोभित था, कानों में कुंडल झलमला रहे थे और कंठ बनमाला से विभूषित था। वे चतुर्भुज देव अपने चारों भुजाओं में शंख, चक्र, गदा और पद्म धारण किए हुए थे। श्री विग्रह पर पीताम्बर शोभा दे रहा था और सनंदन आदि सिद्ध उनकी सेवा में नियुक्त थे। ऐसे सर्वव्यापी विष्णु की झांकी करके ब्रह्मा आदि देवताओं तथा मुनीश्वरों ने उन्हें प्रणाम किया और फिर भक्ति पूर्वक हाथ जोड़कर वे उनकी स्तुति करने लगे। देवता बोले, सामर्थ्यशाली बैकुंठी दानपते, आप देवों के भी देव और लोकों के स्वामी हैं। आप त्रिलोकी के गुरु हैं। श्री हरे, हम सब आपके शरणापन्न हुए हैं। आप हमारी रक्षा कीजिए। अपनी महिमा से कभी च्युत न होने वाले ऐश्वर्यशाली त्रिलोकेश, आप ही लोकों के पालक हैं। गोविंद, लक्ष्मी आप में ही निवास करती है और आप अपने भक्तों के प्राण स्वरूप हैं। आपको हमारा नमस्कार है। इस प्रकार स्तुति करके सभी देवता श्री हरि के आगे रो पड़े। उनकी बात सुनकर भगवान विष्णु ने ब्रह्मा से कहा। विष्णु बोले, ब्रह्मा, यह बैकुंठ योगियों के लिए भी दुर्लभ है। तुम यहाँ किस लिए आए हो? तुम पर कौन सा कष्ट आ पड़ा है? वह यथार्थ रूप से मेरे सामने वर्णन करो। सनत कुमार जी कहते हैं, मुने श्री हरि का वचन सुनकर ब्रह्मा जी ने विनम्र भाव से सिर झुकाकर उन्हें बारंबार प्रणाम किया और अंजलि बांधकर परमात्मा विष्णु के समक्ष स्थित हो देवताओं के कष्ट से भरी हुई शंखचूड़ की सारी करतूत कह सुनाई। तब समस्त प्राणियों के भावों के ज्ञाता भगवान श्री हरि उस बात को सुनकर हंस पड़े और ब्रह्मा से उस रहस्य का उद्घाटन कहते हुए बोले। श्री भगवान ने कहा, कमल योनि, मैं शंखचूड़ का सारा वृतांत जानता हूँ। पूर्व जन्म में वह महातेजस्वी गोप था जो मेरा भक्त था। मैं उसके वृत्तांत से संबंध रखने वाले इस पुरातन इतिहास का वर्णन करता हूँ, सुनो। इसमें किसी प्रकार का संदेह नहीं करना चाहिए। भगवान शंकर सब कल्याण करेंगे। गोलक में मेरे ही रूप में श्री कृष्ण रहते हैं। उनकी स्त्री श्री राधा नाम से विख्यात है। वह जगत जननी तथा प्रकृति की परमोत्कृष्ट पांचवी मूर्ति है। वही वहाँ सुंदर रूप से विहार करने वाली है। उनके अंग से अद्भुत बहुत से गोप और गोपियाँ भी वहाँ निवास करती हैं। वे नित्य राधा कृष्ण का अनुवर्तन करते हुए उत्तम उत्तम क्रीड़ाओं में तत्पर रहते हैं। वहीं गोप इस समय समूह की इस लीला से मोहित होकर शाववश अपने को दुख देने वाली दानवी योनि को प्राप्त हो गया है। श्री कृष्ण ने पहले ही रुद्र के त्रिशूल से उसकी मृत्यु निर्धारित कर दी थी। इस प्रकार वह दानव देह का परित्याग करके पुनः कृष्ण पार्षद हो जाएगा। हे देवेश, ऐसा जानकर तुम्हें भय नहीं करना चाहिए। चलो हम दोनों शंकर की शरण में चलें, वे शीघ्र ही कल्याण विधान करेंगे। अब हमें तुम्हें तथा समस्त देवों को निर्भय हो जाना चाहिए। सनत कुमार जी कहते हैं, मुने यूं कहकर ब्रह्मा सहित विष्णु शिवलोक को चले। मार्ग में मन ही मन भक्त वत्सल सर्वेश्वर समूह का स्मरण करते जा रहे थे। व्यास जी इस प्रकार वे रमापति विष्णु ब्रह्मा के साथ उस समय उस शिवलोक में जा पहुंचे जो महान दिव्य निराधार और भौतिकता से रहित था। वहां पहुंचकर उन्होंने शिवजी के सभा का दर्शन किया। वह ऊंची एवं उत्कृष्ट प्रभावशाली सभा प्रकाशयुक्त शरीरों वाले शिव पार्षदों से घिरी होने के कारण विशेष रूप से शोभित हो रही थी। उन पार्षदों का रूप सुंदर कांति से युक्त महेश्वर रूप के सदृश था। उनके 10 भुजाएं थी, 5 मुख और 3 नेत्र थे। गले में नील चिन्ह तथा शरीर का वर्णन अत्यंत गौर था। वे सभी श्रेष्ठ रत्नों से युक्त रुद्राक्ष और भस्म के आभरण से विभूषित थे। वह मनोहर सभा नवीन चंद्रमंडल के समान आकार वाली और चौकोर थी। उत्तम उत्तम मणियों तथा हीरों के हारों से वह सजाई गई थी। अमूल्य रत्नों के बने हुए कमल पत्रों से सुशोभित थी। उसमें मणियों को जालियों से युक्त गवाछ बने थे, जिससे वह चित्र विचित्र दिख रही थी। शंकर की इच्छा से उसमें पद्म रागमणि जड़ी हुई थी, जिससे वह अद्भुत सी लग रही थी। सेमंत मणि की बनी हुई सैकड़ों सीढ़ियों से युक्त थी। उसमें चारों ओर इंद्र नीलमणि के खंभे लगे थे, जिन पर स्वर्ण सूत्र से ग्रंथित चंदन की सुंदर पल्लव लटक रहे थे, जिससे वह मन को मोह लेती थी। वह भली भांति संस्कृत और सुगंधित वायु से सुवासित थी। 1 सहस्त्र योजन विस्तार वाली वह सभा बहुत से किंकरों से खचाखच भरी थी। उसके मध्य भाग में अमूल्य रत्नों के निमित्त एक विचित्र सिंहासन था। उसी पर उमा सहित शंकर विराजमान थे। उन्हें सुरेश्वर विष्णु ने देखा। वे तारकाओं से घिरे हुए चंद्रमा के समान लग रहे थे। वे किरीट, कुंडल और रत्नों की मालाओं से विभूषित थे। उनके सारे अंग में भस्म रमाई हुई थी और वे लीला कमल धारण किए हुए थे। महान उल्लास से भरे हुए उमाकांत का मन शांत और प्रसन्न था। देवी पार्वती ने उन्हें सुवासित तांबूल प्रदान किया था, जिसे वे चबा रहे थे। शिवगण हाथ में श्वेत चवर लेकर परम भक्ति के साथ उनकी सेवा कर रहे थे और सिद्ध भक्तिवश सिर झुकाकर उनके स्तवन में लगे थे। वे गुणातीत परेशान त्रिदेवों के जनक, सर्वव्यापी, निर्विकल्प, निराकार, स्वेच्छानुसार साकार, कल्याण स्वरूप, माया रहित, अजन्मा, आद्य, माया के आदिश्वर, प्रकृति और पुरुष से भी परात्पर, सर्वसमर्थ, परिपूर्णतम और समता युक्त है। ऐसे विशिष्ट गुणों से युक्त शिव को देखकर ब्रह्मा और विष्णु ने हाथ जोड़कर उन्हें प्रणाम किया और फिर वे स्तुति करने लगे। विविध प्रकार से स्तुति करके अंत में वे बोले, भगवान आप दीनों और अनाथों के सहायक, दीनों के प्रतिपालक, दीन बंधु, त्रिलोकी के अधीश्वर और शरणागत वत्सल हैं। गौरीश हमारा उद्धार कीजिए, हे परमेश्वर हम पर कृपा कीजिए नाथ, हम आपके ही अधीन हैं, अब आपकी जैसी इच्छा हो वैसा करें। इसी के साथ हमारा अध्याय 29 और 30 समाप्त होता है। जय गुरु जी, जय संगत जी। कोई भूल चूक हो गई हो तो मैं माफ़ी चाहूँगा।